Welcome to Man Talk 133, where men unite. What's good, fellas?
What's
Nothing.
up?
What's happening, fella? What's going on with you?
Ain't nothing to it, but we got somebody that's debonair up on the top. If y'all look at the top with the little red thing on, he fly. You feel what I'm saying? He brought it tonight. Now, Marcus, we're gonna try to
Yeah,
upstage him next week. You see what I'm saying?
man, we're gonna have to do something. He done
Hey
went
man,
hard, boy.
just flip it up a little bit.
Hey, boy, you gonna turn this thing into a fashion show. You know how brothers get competitive. They be going out to K&J's and all kind of stuff, trying to get their ties and bow ties right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You go,
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be like, man, I gotta stop by the cleaners and everything, boy.
yeah,
Gotta
you
be
see,
fresh and everything, boy. I'm look. So as
they,
soon as we get on here, I want the steam still coming off the
yeah,
shirt.
with that little pink tag on it. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, right.
Yeah.
All I'm
That's
saying,
what
dog. All I'm saying, don't start nothing. That's all I'm saying. Don't start nothing.
had
'Cause
to
the
had to had to
boy,
switch it up a little bit.
yeah,
Had to switch it up a little bit. That's all.
ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So I want to talk a little bit tonight, bro, about how 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 do we create an outlet for the youth, for the not just the young men, but I see most of the young men wilding out. You know what I'm saying? They
hmm
be tripping. You know what I'm saying? So how do we actually, or what are some kind of outlets that they can create or can be created for the youth, for the young brothers out there that's tripping? You hear me?
You go ahead, bro. Yeah, I hear you. Well, I guess you can like I said, we can do like some support groups,
Uh-huh.
and get some camps going, with the young guys and kind of introduce them to different things, like sometimes we can get some of those guys from out of the inner city,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
they
yeah,
just
yeah,
go to
yeah.
the park, ball, stuff like that, or whatever. We need to introduce them to like camping, fishing, hunting, fishing, stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
gun ranges and stuff like that. So once they started dabbling in, different things like that,
Mm-hmm.
I think that, that'd be pretty, they'll maintain their interest,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and cause like that right now in the inner city, all they got, they can walk to the park, play ball.
Said
That's pretty much it. But
that's
trouble
it.
in the
Yeah.
neighborhood,
Oh,
so
for sure.
we got to get them to branch out, be able to branch out a little bit better.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Now the government. Well, I won't say the government, but I guess it would be the government.
right.
What parts can the city play? Because you think about it, they're closing out a lot of um, places for them to go play ball at. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It ain't really no ponds and fishing stuff in the city. So you know what I'm saying? If they taking that away, then I mean, what do they have? What can they? You know what I mean? I'm
Mhm.
I was been thinking about that, man, because I think we talked one time before about about the babies not being able to eat, whatever, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
But it's just like, how do you keep them off the street if they shutting down everything? Everything that they go do, they shutting it down. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I don't know, man.
I think and this is probably a reach, but
Hmm.
in order to open up any type of doors or avenues for the youth,
Hmm.
you'd have to reach the people that have influence over them. So maybe the generation before them or two generations up. It just depends on who has access to them because whatever they're doing, however they're spending their time or whatever they use to occupy their time is
Hmm.
more than likely a learned behavior, something they saw somebody else doing,
Before,
somebody
yep.
they look up to. So if those people are doing the right things or spending their time the right ways, that would be a way to show them, like by example, not only tell them or not say, hey, this is available or whatever the case may be, they'll see that in real time. Just like, when you see kids or kids or young adults, when you
Hmm.
see them doing bad things, learn behavior. So if they saw positive stuff,
Yeah.
you would have to,
Mhm.
it would stand to reason that it would have the same effect. So I think getting to the people that have the influence over them and getting
Hmm.
them to do the right things would also help the younger generation
Hmm.
go,
Mm-hmm.
the way they need to go, I think.
All right. So
Yeah.
another question, since you said that, and they taken away everything uh that they can do, basketball and all that stuff like that. Do y'all
Hmm.
think this is a mass effort to destroy the youth? Like, do you
Oh
think
yeah.
it's like a I ain't gonna say a big plan because that sounds conspiracy theorist, if that's a word, but I'm just saying, is it like a you know what I'm saying? Is it like a plan to just destroy the youth um and because once you take out the youth, then what you
Right.
got? Everybody else start to die off. You know what I mean? And then what you got? Population
I think it's a
control.
plan. I think it's a plan. If
Mm-hmm.
you ask me, I know it sounds like you said conspiracy theorists, but if you look at our neighborhoods, they already limiting us anyway.
Yeah.
If you want to quote unquote
With
say across the
funds,
track,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, across the track, they already limiting us anyway. So, and then like I was saying, like you can take the guy, the guys fishing and stuff like that, and most of the people out in the country that has ponds and stuff like that, they
Mm-hmm.
post it. So you
Uh-huh.
can't just go on
Right.
their property like
You
that.
just
So
can't do that.
I kind of feel like it is. They kind of limiting us in all areas, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, across the track. Because like I said, if you look at it, like they even limited us in like as far as like shopping wise.
Right.
Now now you know how Rocky Mount is across the
Yeah.
track.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now it shouldn't be no reason that they couldn't put like a Walmart, a
Yeah.
family Walmart or something like that, over there on the other side, Edgecombe side.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure. I know. Yeah. Uh-huh.
but every day I see our people getting bust. They getting bust from across the track to
Yeah.
come shop over here on
Yeah.
this side.
Yeah.
Every day. And then they
Yeah.
got to get all their grocery, all their stuff.
And
Then
then
they
go
got to go
bust
back.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
stand at the
crazy.
bus stop, and then they go back over there, man. And so I think it's kind of like, they trying to close off some stuff, man. They
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's limited. A lot of stuff is being limited now, like
Mm-hmm.
for us in particular.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
So, oh, you was
Oh
gonna
no,
say
you go
something?
ahead.
Okay, all right. So I just want to ask the question to any government officials, anybody that this may run across your desk. Why is it that the youth only really talked about when it's time to vote? Like when it's time to vote, we go to talk about the youth, how important the youth are, and they this, they that. But like after voting, why won't hear nothing about them, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Got to
Like,
get got to
you
get
know what
that
I'm
number.
saying? Huh?
Got to get that number.
You got to get that number
Exactly.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. My bad,
They
y'all. I
All
think
kind
I
of
bought.
prompt. What you say?
I was gonna
All kind
say
of.
I think they do that because when they talk about the kids, they're really jerking at the parents, like, oh, this person gonna do this for the kids. They gonna do this for the kids, and that in turn make the parents want to vote for them. Also, make the
Yeah.
parents want to tell their friends to vote for them. So
Hmm.
I think they do that, and that's why you hear that when it's time to vote, but then you don't hear nothing or you don't see nothing either. You don't
Mm-hmm.
hear nothing or see nothing after the vote. It's just to get the attention of the parents, and those parents get the attention
Mm-hmm.
of other parents, and so forth and so forth and so forth, and you hopefully get those votes. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why they do that.
Yeah, and that goes back to what I was saying. Like it may be like a mass effort. You know what I'm saying? To kind
Hmm.
of, to kind of, you know, take out the youth. Because you mean to tell me that we can take anything we want and go overseas with it, but we can't
Right.
stop something. I mean, come on, bro. Home invasions.
And
I mean,
see, yeah, that's the problem that I have with them
mm-hmm.
overseas and stuff like that. Because like you were saying with the voting, right? Ain't none of them gonna do nothing for us anyway. Well, we gotta
Yeah,
choose one of them who gonna give us the best deal.
yeah. Oh, for sure.
So ain't none of them, really for me when they vote, it all lies in the preference, like
Mm-hmm.
your guy win, I can if my guy win, I can go to bed, sleep good at night.
Yeah.
If your guy win, you can go to bed and sleep
Mm-hmm.
good at night. But in essence, they ain't gonna do nothing for us anyway. Because like
Exactly.
I always tell people, I say, it takes two wings to fly a bird,
Mm-hmm.
the left and the right, so you got the left over here, you got the right over here, they doing this, they doing that. And like I said, I think when it come down to it, just come to preference. If my guy win, I
Mm-hmm.
feel good, just like if my team win.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I said, don't none of them gonna do nothing for you. Okay, just like the people, they running all crazy stuff. They trying their best to get Trump in, right?
Mm-hmm.
With all the charges he got, they
Mm-hmm.
trying to get him in, right? When he get in, what he gonna do for him? Because and you got like a lot of black people that's got to say it. You got a lot of black people that's voting for him and they pushing for him because of a what? $2,400, $1,400 check,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the COVID, right? For that what the name of that check was? I can't even think of it right now.
I
The
can't either,
But
stimulus
bro.
check.
yeah, the stimulus check, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got people like, man, yeah, Trump, man, when he was in, he gave us all this. He was the only president that gave us money. Bro, he was the only president that was in office that was in a global pandemic.
Yeah.
And a lot of people they forget that Pelosi now wanted to push that. They wanted to give the people some money from the start with, but he
Mm-hmm.
shot it down.
Mm-hmm.
But then they came back and talked to him. And then, that's when he put his name and signed his name on the checks or whatever and gave it to the people. So, but like I said, at the end of the day, when they get in, they're gonna just help that billionaire buddies. They ain't gonna look out for us, you
Right.
know.
So to all y'all out there listening, we ain't a politics channel, but we had to put
Right.
that in there. So
Yeah, we had
let
to
me get
slide that in there.
yeah. So let me get
Yeah.
back to let me get back. The men thought they were gonna get off tonight. We got to
Yeah.
get you. We got to get
Right.
you too, dog. But
We
I
had to
was
set it
thinking,
on fire for a minute.
yeah, but because I thought you were running for president, dog. I had to that's why I
Oh,
let you
nah,
go,
nah.
dog. I thought you gonna throw the bid in or something. But I was thinking the other day, man, when I was riding, I was like, man, you know how like with us, all of us that's up
Hmm.
here, right? We
Hmm.
were just like we one mishap from our life being like totally like destroyed. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You think about that one thing that you could have done that would have turned your life like completely life changed forever. Like we wouldn't be sitting here talking. You wouldn't have the house you had, the job you have, none of that. We could have easily
Hmm.
been in the position that most of the other men are in. You know what I'm saying? Which means, they go to work, they get beat up, they come home, they get beat up. They got to try to still figure out how we gonna pay these bills, how he gonna pay them. He got to still figure out how to protect his family. He got to still do all these things, and they wonder why. People wonder why that divorce rate is at an all time high. You got single. You got guys just walking away. Y'all remember they used to do that back in the day? They said I'm gonna go to the store and don't come back.
Right.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah. Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying, and that's the thing, man. It's so hard out here on men that I can't really explain how hard it is because you see them, they trying, and you got people that want to just they just want to go at them all the time, dog. And especially I ain't gonna talk about y'all women, but I am the women. Just stop with. I ain't gonna say it because some people might be watching, dog. You know what I'm saying? I can go on and on and on, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
yeah, man, it's kind of one of them things, man, where I we all as men, we all kind of look at the other men and we sympathize or empathize, whatever words you want to use, because it's
Hmm.
tough. It's tough. And now
It
you're
is.
gonna throw the kids into the mix of it, which kind
Hmm.
of kind of makes me wonder, like we said before, is this a big plan? Because you get the man out the house,
That's what it is.
the rest of it
Yeah.
just kind of
Yep.
crumbles. You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
it is. If we could get, a lot of cases you talking about the men leaving. A lot of times, man, the women, like I said, we ain't bashing the women, but you got so many women that they get in front of the man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
they try to take over and lead, but and then, you got some women that'll get it. They'll learn how to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But you got when you get those women in their 40s, 50s, close to 60, they
Mm-hmm.
sit in there, they gonna run their house. They gonna run the house, dog. It ain't no getting behind you get behind me
Yeah. Yeah.
until they get a flat tire.
Right. 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 And I got this question. It's the scripture is John 3:16, right? And
Mhm.
the scripture, if you think about it, is a really deep scripture
Mhm.
because he gave his only begotten son, right? And I asked, like, how everybody got kids, right?
I know where you're going. I couldn't do it, bro.
Now, if I come to you and I say, hey, now check this out, dog. I got this thing where I can save millions and millions and millions of people, but I just need him or her. How many people gonna do that, dog? But the thing is, I said that to say that because when men walk away, that's essentially what they're doing.
Mhm.
They giving their child to the basically government because when you could get caught up in the system, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of,
Mhm.
I know I said a lot, dog. Y'all talk, dog. Y'all go ahead and talk, dog. I said a whole lot, dog. You see what I'm saying? I did a lot of talking, but I had a
Jump
lot
in
on
there,
my mind I
Marcus.
had to say.
Well, I mean, I agree with what you're saying though. Like if you're not willing to give your child up, you know, sacrifice them basically,
Mm-hmm.
but you walk away from them, that's the same. That's like, you know, not necessarily sending the lamb to the slaughter, but giving the lamb to the slaughter, which
Basically,
is
yep,
the government, the streets,
yep,
or, you know, whatever entity snatched them in because you abandoned them. You know what I
yep.
mean?
Mm-hmm. Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly.
So that is absolutely pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. Basically,
Mhm.
Right.
that's why I kind of brought it up because John 3:16 is, everybody just read it like it's on back of cars and it's on back of books, it's
Mhm.
on t-shirts and it's hats and all that, but it's a little bit deeper scripture than just that if you read it for really what it
Mhm.
is. You know what I'm saying? So, and also, I
Right.
want to say this too. Men, I know it's tough. I do. But y'all got to enjoy life. Don't let nobody dictate or determine how you enjoy your life. Because people try to put you in a box.
Oh yeah.
Because the thing
Yeah.
is, once they define you, they can confine you. Like
Mhm.
that's why you hear ex con, ex wife, ex husband, because
Mhm.
that's how they define you
Right.
as a as in this category. And they always, I don't care how long they've been out of jail, they still call them ex. Why
Yep.
is that? Maybe y'all can help me out. Why? Why did I just want I don't it's certain I just got a lot of questions tonight, dog. I'm full of them. I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
And they pretty good too. Cause I
Right.
couldn't tell you why they call them an ex. You know what I mean? Like I guess it's they has been or whatever. But um, that's a good question. Why are they ex? I guess
I think
that's a label or whatever they want to give them or whatever. Go ahead, Mark.
I think they call them X because like when you think about it, X, like the letter X,
Uh-huh.
also represents strikes. It also represents times you messed up
Mm-hmm.
and you can't get those back. So if you are ex-husband, ex-con, ex
Mm-hmm.
whatever, every X that's placed on your back makes it harder for you to get back up and stand upright and do the things that you are destined to do or that you was on your way to do or whatever the case may be. So everything they put on your back can essentially weigh you down,
Mm-hmm.
that's a win for them. Because I
Yeah.
mean, we don't really talk to each other like that. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
if I know like a dude that's been, married or whatever and he's divorced, I'm not gonna be like, hey, what's up, ex-husband? Like we don't talk to
You
each
see
other
what
like
you
that.
see what I'm saying?
Right,
That
right.
stuff that's being said
Label.
by like that. You're right. Labels putting that's just being put on us and pressed upon us and kept on us to keep us down. Like they want to remind you, you failed at this, you
Yep.
failed at that,
Yeah.
Yep.
you
Mark.
couldn't do this, you
Yeah.
couldn't do that. So it's just a constant reminder.
Of trying to make you out to be a
Yeah.
failure. I don't
And
care where
put a
you
mark
go.
on you. Yeah,
Yeah.
put that mark on you.
Like the mark of the
Yeah,
beast, dog. I don't care where you go.
Yeah.
You go try to good job. Oh, you was an ex. Oh, you did. Oh, we can't hire you,
Right.
dog. Like, I mean, I know you can work here as a temp because we're gonna confine you to a temp, but I'm doing the
Right.
same job as the full-time guy doing. Why can't I get the, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, Marcus, is just to keep you in that
And,
place, man.
and see, I just got to throw this in here real quick. See, that's
Hmm.
why they don't never say ex-Marine. They always say former Marine.
Yeah. Or they always say once a Marine, always a Marine. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
It's I don't hear them
Right.
say well, sometimes you hear them say ex military, whatever, but
Right.
it's a lot of times, I ain't gonna say a lot, but the times that I've seen, it's more so them getting in trouble. It ain't
Mm-hmm.
that they serve honorably and they got out or they just,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So
yep.
this ex army guy, Air Force guy, went and done blah 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 blah. So another thing before we get ready to get off of here, all of us was in the military. You know what I'm saying? We got Air
Mm-hmm.
Force, we got Marine in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are some things or suggestions I would say for because we started out talking about that y'all got to ride with us. We're on a roller coaster. We just all over the place. You feel what I'm saying? But for the
Right.
young people, what are some options like as far as careers or
Mm-hmm.
that outside of like college? Everybody ain't meant to go to college. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
just ain't cut for it. Like, what are some good
Mm-hmm.
options that would be good for them that could, if they see this, they can be like, well, I ain't thought about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw some in too when y'all get done, but I got some
Right.
stuff.
Well, I say military.
Mm-hmm.
Reason why I say military, don't get me wrong about college. I ain't bashing college,
Me either.
but but for me, and I'm not saying just because I was in the military, but for me, college is, you go to college. You always hear people say, they want to go to college to get the experience, the
Mm-hmm.
college experience or whatever. To me, college is all about walking the line, the yard, whatever,
Yep.
step shows or whatever. If you
Yep.
ask me,
For
yeah, they
sure.
get an
For sure.
education too, but let me drop this on you though. Like when you go to the military, if somebody go to the military and they do 4 years of, let's say, nursing,
Mm-hmm.
and they go 4 years of college and they do nursing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that person is doing in college, they may not get their major. They might have to go with their minor.
Mm-hmm.
But when you working in nursing or mechanic or whatever that is in the military, when you come out of the military, you got 4 years experience already
And you
because of
got
what
and you got paid to be in there to
right.
do it.
So when you come out, when you applying for something, you already got 4 years experience versus college, college kid, when they come out 4 years out of school, they
Right.
got to counter battle and compete. You know what I'm saying? But like
Mm-hmm.
when you're in the military, like military, they give you whatever it is. But see, I think the dark side, not the dark side, but I think what people, the youth, what scares them about the military, when they hear military, they automatically thinking about war zone.
Yep. True that.
And
That's true.
I think that's what deters them because you can go to military for IT, mechanic, motor transportation,
Yeah.
like they, pilot, whatever, you know what I mean? So when you come out those 4 years, 8 years, whatever, you already got experience. You can
Yeah.
just hop right into a job versus looking at a college because I'll tell you this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
When I was at Bridgestone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was some guys out there from with the A&T. They may have been in business or something like that or whatever. It might have
Mm-hmm.
did. But anyway, nevertheless, they was working right beside me.
Mm-hmm.
and you had military guys that came in that did mechanic, whatever work or whatever they did. They come right out. They making 150 grand a year out of the gate.
That's
Soon
crazy.
as they come in. But the dudes that went to 4 year school, they
Hmm.
working right beside me. So
Wow.
that's
Wow.
why I say, I would say, but like I say, they look at that military thing, man, as, you know,
Yeah.
we going to fight. They don't really look at the educational part,
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
you know.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and go. But for me, I was thinking, I run across a lot of guys. Excuse me, y'all. Run across a lot of guys. Hey,
Hmm.
I want my CDL. Hey, how
Oh
you
yeah.
get your CDL? And for me, I didn't. I try to give them like how you can get your CDL free. Man, you can go to beer companies, soda companies, the city, stuff like that, and you don't have to pay for it. But if you go to a school, you're gonna have to do the 4 weeks, and then you know, you're gonna have to go drive over the road, for the
Hmm.
get your experience. But you can go into some of these companies. That's how I got my Class B CDL and my Class A. My Class B, I got through
Hmm.
Coke. They had a guy. I ain't have a CDL. It was like, hey man, we need you to get this. They had a guy right there that just trained me. I mean, trained me and
That's
did the
cool.
test at the same time. And then I just took the paper to DMV. Same thing with the other company where I got my Class A. So Class A is an option. So we got military and we got CDL.
Hmm.
Marcus, what you got, dog? I know you're gonna bring us home, doc.
For me, I think the sky's the limit, man, for the youth,
Yeah.
long as they have the direction.
Uh-huh.
Because these days, all the things like for us when
Mm-hmm.
we were growing up, what you like to do, you like to play video games, you like to
Right.
play sports, you like
Hmm.
to, you know, all that stuff is monetized now.
Right. Right.
You can get paid millions of dollars for knowing how to play a video game
Right
better
at
than
home.
everybody else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
I mean, the sports, it's so many camps. It's
Yeah.
different like what's the
Hmm.
like I don't want to say avenues, but it's different levels. You don't even
Mm-hmm.
have to be the best where you from. You can not know how to do anything. It's levels
Right.
now. Like it's so many. It's opportunity is everywhere, but for me,
Mm-hmm.
they have to have the direction. They have to have the guidance. They
Yeah.
have to have
Hmm.
all those things to
Mm-hmm.
set them on the path.
Right. Right. Right.
I
Right.
mean,
Right.
yeah,
Hmm.
college not for everybody, and just like college not for everybody, military not for everybody,
Yep.
gaming not for everybody. Nothing is for
Hmm.
everybody, but find a thing that they're passionate about and let them go at that. And for me,
Hmm.
like a lot of what I've seen is parents living vicariously through their kids.
There you go.
Hmm.
That messes up a
Hmm.
lot of stuff because the kid, like I said, they may be great at video games and they can go make millions of dollars. They can
Yep.
get sponsored. They can get all this stuff. But their mother, father, whoever had dreams and hopes of them becoming a doctor or a lawyer or a singer or whatever the case may be. And that's all they pushing. Whatever they want them to do, you got to do this. You got to do this. If you want to do that, you got
Yep.
to do this. You got to. Well, guess what? I
Hmm.
don't want to do that though. So I'm not gonna put my effort into that like I would gaming or
Yep.
sports or whatever it is I want to do.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
that to me is, a problem. Like, we'll say, you know, the government can hold us back or, whoever the biggest thing that hold us back is us sometimes.
Not all the
Hmm.
time.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
sometimes, man, when
Yeah.
the kids get lost or whatever the case may be, we sit around and blame whoever, however, and the real issue is in the mirror when you're standing in the bathroom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah. Yeah, man. One more thing too, man, about that too. That I know, like you were saying, like basically college is college, but like I know you probably was referring more to the 4 year,
hmm
but the youth too, if they, something like you said they may like, they can
Mm-hmm.
tap in at the community college. They may
Yeah.
not have to do like what 18 months or something like that,
Yeah.
whatever, couple
Yeah.
years, barbecue, whatever it is. They can tap in, because a lot of people they sleep on them trades.
Oh,
And
for
then when
sure.
you doing them trades, they make that paper now.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you get a trade like that,
Yeah.
like you said, CDLs, you can, even if you don't use them, like you get CDLs, you can, at least you'll have them in your back pocket for a rainy
Absolutely.
day.
Absolutely. So, fellas, I know, and people that's watching, we were all over the place.
Yeah,
But it happens sometimes. We sitting in the barber shop having a conversation. We don't talk about the same thing the whole time at the barber shop. We go from conversation to conversation. So,
right.
with that being said, though, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to Man Talk 133, where men unite. And till next time, we out.
Yep.
Peace.